I'm going to show you how to install Xubunu operating system on your computer. Xubunu is a spin-off of the popular Ubuntu. Now I'm going to show you how to do it. So you'll have to create a USB bootable installation media, and you can see mine is a 4 gigabyte, and it could be an 8 or a 16 or anything higher, but you need at least 4. And you'll download from the Xubunu website the image, and the current version is 20.04. That's the latest stable version, so that's going to be good for 3 years. And yeah, well, I'm sure you can navigate their website and figure out where to get it. Once you download it, you can't just simply copy and paste it onto the flash drive. You'll need a special tool to write the ISO. It's a .iso image, and if you have an existing Ubuntu machine, they have a built-in tool for creating installation media, where basically it'll detect that your stick is plugged in, and it'll also detect the download in your downloads folder, and that's pretty easy. And I'm sure there's plenty of other if you are using Windows, installation media on Windows. So I just found one that looks like it's pretty stable, and it's called Universal USB Installer. I'm sure there's other software that has a single purpose of creating these things, but this one looks like it would work just fine. Once you have your installation media, just go ahead and plug it in and give your computer a reboot. We're going to have to, I'm saying it now so it doesn't catch you by surprise, we don't want it to boot back up into Windows desktop. We want to catch it and tell it, wait, we just plugged in installation media, please boot from that first. In order to do that on this computer, you have to hit the F12 key. So I'll go ahead, shut it down, and then I'll hit the F12 key. Alright, the computer is about to come back on. As soon as I see the Dell, I'm just going to hit F12 a couple times until I get that into here. This is like a boot menu, and legacy boot or UEFI. I'm going to do UEFI. Alright, we could try Xubunu, but basically it will run the operating system off of the USB stick, and you can play with it without actually making any changes to your internal hard drive. So that's kind of a nice feature that they have, but for me, since I've used Xubunu many times, I'm just going to go ahead with the install. Xubunu has this, what I think is rather attractive login or boot up, like loading screen, and we should be greeted by a setup wizard in a moment. So yeah, if you've ever set up a Windows computer for the first time, this should be a kind of a similar experience. You're going to ask for language and keyboard, and at some point we'll have to create an account. Alright, so I'm going to tell it to hook up to Wi-Fi so that if it has to download any packages or updates or something as it's setting up for the first time, then that'll be facilitated. And I'm just going to type my password in here. Alright, so I think you can do the installation without third-party or without Wi-Fi, but Sometimes I go for or in order to get the third-party, like special drivers, if you had an NVIDIA graphics card or something, that's technically not open source, and they can't include it in the USB drive, so they have to download it like kind of on the fly. So I don't obviously have an NVIDIA in this thing, but there's other. There might be other, and it's not a big issue for me to be using a couple proprietary drivers. I would say I'd rather go ahead and install them and then have it work rather than forget to click that checkbox and end up missing some important drivers. Well, now we get to choose what we want to do exactly with the install. The first option is to erase the disk completely and then install xubunu. We could encrypt it, and we could use the LVM, which allows you to manage the partitions on your hard drive one at a time. If you're not an advanced user, you're probably not going to be doing that. I'm just going to go with the first option, wipe everything, and install from a clean slate. It's warning me that I have a couple partitions, like from the Windows, that are going to be reformatted, and I'm fine with that. You can make a name for your user account, and then there's a separate field for naming the computer itself, how it would show up on a network, and then the username is just derived from your name, and then of course password. And I will require, usually you want to require a password, but you could disable requiring a password, and you would do that here. So, well, we have done most of the heavy lifting now of choosing our options, and now xubunu is going to finish out the actual installation. If all goes well, you'll be greeted with this delightful pop-up. Go ahead and restart, and we'll see what this operating system can do. It says, please remove the installation media, referring to our USB drive, and then reboot. It just finished the installation of the operating system, and I unplugged the flash drive while the computer was off, and now we'll get to see it load into the operating system. So as you can see, it's a pretty minimal OS front end. We have the little start icon up here, and you can search applications, or you can search files with the Catfish file search is the name of that. And I believe it comes with Libreoffice, which is it's been around for a while. It's pretty stable, but obviously it's a word processor, sort of like Microsoft Word, and Libreoffice Calc is a spreadsheet like Google Sheets or Excel.